The boy accidentally peed on his mom's lower back. Suddenly the mom felt a sharp stinging sensation. When she looked in the mirror she was horrified to see white fur growing on the spot where the urine had landed. Even stiff white whiskers had started to grow around her mouth. What was even stranger, her teeth had become noticeably sharper. But before she could figure out what was going on, her son had smeared paint all over the house. Seeing her son, filthy from head to toe, running into the bedroom, the woman panicked and chased after him. But she slipped on the paint and fell hard to the floor. She felt an intense pain in her tailbone. When she looked in the mirror again she saw a swollen bump where the fur had grown earlier. She thought it was just bruised from the fall, so she heated a needle and popped the bump. To her shock she pulled out a tuft of something that looked like a tail. At that point the woman didn't think much of it, assuming it was just some weird skin infection. Until one day at the supermarket, she realized her sense of smell had become unusually sharp. She could detect every single ingredient in the food. Later, while playing with her son in the park, a group of dogs came running at her. Strangely, she seemed to understand what the dogs were saying. She could even smell the pheromones coming off of them. When she heard the dogs enthusiastically calling her to play, she couldn't help but run toward them. That night at home she heard the calling again. As soon as she stepped outside she was surrounded by a pack of dogs. At first she thought they just wanted to play, but once they had her surrounded, they started viciously attacking and biting her. The next day she thought everything from the night before had just been a dream. But then her son dragged a dead rat in from the front door. The woman rushed to the entrance and saw a pile of small animal corpses outside. That's when it hit her. These were probably the trophies she and the dogs had hunted together the night before. The woman started to suspect she was turning into a dog, so she went to the library to ask the staff if there were any books about women evolving into dogs. The librarian looked at her like she was crazy, thinking she must be under a lot of mental stress. So they handed her a book about women turning into birds, and told her to go home and relieve some pressure. Back at home, the woman saw that the heroine in the book returned to the forest to build a nest after giving birth and completing her human duty. She no longer stressed over the daily chores, but instead returned to nature to find freedom and a new life. As she read, the woman felt like she was right there in the story. She imagined herself as a bird soaring through the sky. But her daydream was soon interrupted by her son. Later the woman took her son to a restaurant for dinner. While eating, her hand suddenly dropped the fork on its own. She dove face first into the bowl and started gobbling food like a dog.